news that really shocked me is when President SAMIA Suluhu Hassan stood on the podium very boldly saying that the people who are demonstrating in Tanzania were not Kenyans. They were not Tanzanians. They were actually Kenyans. That is the report that I got. Yeah. It is not the first time for President SAMIA Suluhu Hassan to condemn Kenya for trying to interfere with their matter. Their matter is that they should do anything to the people of Tanzania. They should mistreat the people of Tanzania, but nobody should talk. Yeah, you shouldn't talk because you're not in Tanzania. And I think the news that, or maybe the message that should just get to President Netumbo Nandi Ndaitwah is that Tanzania is for Tanzanians, but Tanzania is an African country that is in Africa. Therefore, this is what we say. Anything that concerns Africa concerns every single black person. And that is why you would see and you will come across the African diasporans talking about the matters and issues affecting Africans. They're not talking about the matters and issues affecting Africans because they are intruding in the matters or in issues that doesn't concern them, but it's because Africa and anything that concerns Africa concerns every single person who is black, because as long as you're black, Africa is home and this is where you're coming from. Therefore, Kenyans are too close to Tanzania to see what is happening in Tanzania and keep quiet. Kenyan youths started the youth revolution in Africa. Kenyan youths were the first people in this generation to start demonstrating and telling the government or showing the government, you know what? This government does not belong to a few leaders who want to be corrupt, who want to steal from people, who want to kill people, who want to be to massacre people and all that. This country belongs to a majority of every other citizens who are living in this country, and most especially the youths, the fathers, the mothers, and all of us, you know. And it was a very nice move to show out to the whole world that no government should take advantage of people. I'm not even talking about Africa alone. I'm talking about the entire globe, even in America, even in Portugal, even in Belgium, even in Brazil. It doesn't matter. Any government that seems to take advantage of people, or they want to manipulate people or to deceive people, that is a government that should be considered and declared void, and it should be nullified. It should be taken down. It should never exist. Its existence should never even be recognized, you know, because people have power and people decide what they want. There are innocent people out here, even in these other Western countries. They don't like what their governments are doing, but they can't speak, you know. So African matters and African issues. If a Cameroonian today comes out and complain because of bad governance, we Africans will talk about it. If a Ugandan talks, if a Ghanaian, if a Nigerian talks, we will come out as Kenyans, as Ugandans, as Cameroonians, as Cote d'Ivoirians, yeah, as Ghanaians. We will come out as Burkinabes to make sure that we are speaking and we are condemning it, you know, very much, because we must condemn. There is nothing that should be happening to people in Africa and we're keeping quiet, because this is Africa. It is Kenya, yes, but it is in Africa. It is Tanzania, but it is in Africa. Tanzanians and Kenyans and Ugandans and Nigerians and Senegalians and Cameroonians, all of us, we are brothers and sisters. Let me tell you something. In the years of 1884, there was something that was called the Berlin Conference. And in the Berlin Conference, the entire global West, they sat down, the Western countries, sitting down, yeah, during the Berlin Conference, and they discussed on how they are going to share the continent of Africa. They discussed on how they are going to share Africa. Africa was once one. It was once one big a country where we were together, all of us. And then when these countries had a meeting during the Berlin Conference in the years of 1884, they had to divide Africa into many countries. Yeah? When they divided Africa into many countries, they were dividing Africa into many countries to make it easy for them to conquer Africa, to make it easy for them to be able to conquer Africa, because they knew if these people are together like this, it is going to be very difficult for us to invade, for us to go in and colonize them. But if They are at separate like places. They are not together. If we divide them, we can be able to conquer them. And that is how Africa was divided. We were divided into many countries, to split us into many parts, so that this country will take this part, Portugal will take this part, Belgium will take this part, Germany will take this part, Britain will take this part. That is how, and that is what that is how everything happened in Africa. We were once one, and therefore we still know anything that concerns Tanzania concerns me as a Kenyan. Anything that concerns Nigerian concerns me as a Kenyan. Anything that concerns a Senegalese, it concerns a Ghanaian somewhere. As long as we are Africans, as long as we are all black, we have the same DNA of being an African. This is the motherland. This is where we were born. Our ancestors a long time ago, they didn't preach division. They preached unity. They preached togetherness. Those people taught black people, and that is why black people globally and everywhere, they have a certain kind of let me say unity, that as however how much you try to unite, let me say, however how much you try to divide them, it is not going to be very difficult. That is why Kenyans got angry when they realized that Tanzanians are being killed. They got very angry because Tanzania is our business. It is an African country. Those are our black brothers and sisters. That is why when there was some demonstrations in Nigeria, many countries, even African diasporas, they were very angry. They were saying that Tinubu should take responsibilities, and he should come out and make sure that people of Nigeria have stopped demonstrating. You see, because they have a DNA that resembles us, our DNA. We have something in common. We are people from the same father, from the same mother. To some point, we all of us came from a certain you know what I'm talking about. And therefore, it is shameful for Natumbo Nali Ndaitwa to say that those people should not come and destroy our country. If your people themselves in your own country, they are demonstrating because of bad governance, they are condemning you, they are on the streets demonstrating because of bad governance, where do you get even the energy and the courage to stand on the podium and say the people who are demonstrating, they are not Tanzanians, they are Kenyans? And of course, they can't be Kenyans because, a little Kenyan, some of Kenyans, they entered Tanzania through Namanga border, and they entered Tanzania because Tanzanians were being killed and they were looking at it live and cash, and they felt like, these are our brothers. We can't continue doing this. We have to help them. And they entered, and if at all Kenyans went there, there is a problem. Is there a problem anywhere? There is no problem anywhere. One day, this Africa will come together and it will unite. We know one thing. The West fears the unity of a black person. The West fears the unity of a black person. Why? Because the unity of a black person is very, 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 very powerful. Louis Farrakhan said once upon a time that the unity of a black person is powerful and as powerful as an atomic or hydrogen bomb. That is why a white person, a white supremacist, fear when a black person unite. When black people come together, they really fear, because they know once these people come together, it is going to be very difficult for us to be able to handle them and for us to be able to maybe bring them down. So when you see a leader talking this way, she is being told, and it is some maybe outside powers that are trying to confuse her mind and all that. It might not be coming from her. I doubt if it's really coming from her. Many people don't know that we are still under an invisible colonization, where a president from an outside country or a foreign country can come out and say, say this, speak this, say this, because where can she be getting those kind of remarks? Like, how can she boldly come out and say, we know what the people who are trying to destroy our country were not our Tanzanian people, they are people from outside? Because they know Tanzanians have always been peaceful. And a round of applause to the Tanzanians. Claps for you. You guys have been very wonderful. Tanzanians have been very peaceful. Tanzanians have been this kind of people. They never even tried to maybe bring chaos or what, or doing all. They have always been peaceful. They have always been respectful, But it is written somewhere, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. When something is in abundance in the heart, the mouth gets to a point when it has to speak. If someone likes coming to you and slapping you every day or pinching you every time, because you are a calm person, you don't talk. You're pinched, he or she goes. She comes again, pinches you, and then she goes. She comes again, pinches you, then she goes. You're just quiet. A time will come when you'll have to speak. Not because you're a bad person, but because the character or whatever she has been doing to you, it is now in abundance, and you have to speak out. At some point in life, if something has been happening to you and you don't like it, because maybe you like peace and all that, a point and a time will come when you'll have to retaliate. And that is what Tanzanians did. Is this what you want to continue doing to us? We have to retaliate. And Tanzanians woke up and they fought back. But Tanzanians have always been peaceful. You can't compare Tanzanians and Kenyans. Kenyans don't entertain nonsense. Kenyans, when a government tries to do anything, they will even, on the social media, they will get to the social media, they will condemn you, they will call you names, they will really mess you up if you mess up with them. Kenyans don't waste time. Tanzanians have been wasting time for a very long time. And I don't think they have been wasting time because they love wasting time or because they were people who were sleeping in class. But it's because they love peace. They loved peace and they preferred peace over chaos. But the government has always been taking advantage of Tanzanians. It has always been taking advantage of these people. The people of Tanzania never loved chaos and all that. It is the last time I heard about Tanzanians demonstrating, it was a long time ago. These people have always preferred peace, which is what is needed, But too much of something, I think it's poisonous. And that is why the government has been taking advantage of them, knowing it doesn't matter what we do. Tanzanians will just keep quiet and they won't say anything. Oh, to your surprise, people get to a point when they have to retaliate. You can't be taking advantage of people for a very long time. Tanzanians keeping quiet does not mean they didn't know how to fight back, but it's because they preferred peace over chaos. But when they were preferring peace over chaos, what came into your mind? You thought they are weak, but they were not weak. They were not weak. And we have realized that some African presidents, they can listen not by us speaking to them politely and kindly, but for us speaking to them in a voice and in a manner that they can be able to listen. And this one sounds and sends a warning to every African president who is willing to mess up with the people. Kudos to the people of Tanzania. And kudos to Kenyans who also went there to try and help our brothers and sisters demonstrate. That is what we need to do. We want Africa to have a unity that people are stopping it from happening. People outside here, they are stopping the African unity. They don't want Africans to be united. They don't want Africans to come together because they know once these people unite, they're going to be very strong. That is why Captain Traore has been championing for unity. He has been championing for unity. If you listen to all the speeches that he has been speaking, many a times he talked about unity and championed unity many times than possible. Many times. Many other times when he spoke, he championed unity. And that unity is what people do not want. Even the Western countries, they are against a black person's unity. That is why when Traore wanted to unite and to bring together Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso, they fought back. They even tried to assassinate the man because they knew what this man wants to do or what this man is about to do is something very dangerous. And they tried not to allow it to happen because they fear the unity of a black person. And that is what we are not going to allow. So SAMIA has declared war with the Kenyans. She is declaring war with Kenyans because Kenyans went to Tanzania to go and try to demonstrate with the Tanzanians. She is an enemy of unity. She is an enemy of unity, definitely. She's an enemy of unity. And maybe somebody might be behind her. Somebody might be also helping her to do what she's doing. I don't know. But at the end of the day, we have to know, whether we like it or not, Africa will unite one day. Africa will become one day. And the moment Africa becomes one, these things we are seeing around, these things the leaders are doing to the people of Africa, this carelessness the people are having in the people of Africa is going to come to an end. It will surely come to an end, because the moment unity hits in, that will be the turning point. And that will be the day that leaders who have been arrogant, who have been proud of themselves, and who have been very much rude, that is the time their rudeness, their pride, and their arrogance will come to an end. That will be the time. And that day will soon come, because we are at work, and this work we must sit down to see it coming to an end. Yeah, I urge every African leaders, every African youth, wherever you are right now, there is a link that is going on the social media for the people to sign so that Samia Suluhu Hassan can be taken to ICC. If you come across that link, kindly sign it. Consider signing it. It is important. It is necessary for all of us to sign it. People who are misbehaving, let us sign that document, and let this woman, and all the evidence that you have, if you have any evidence, consider signing it, attach the evidence there. There is how you have been directed to do it, and let this person go to court and let her be arrested. Because people being killed and destroyed and being buried in mass graves, even their families don't know where they are. Even they're like, it is very much merciless of this person. It is very much bad. I cannot support it at all. It is very much bad. Yeah? If you come across that document, consider signing it. Every single African, wherever you are, from Ghana, from Nigeria, from Mozambique, from Zimbabwe, consider signing that paper. Let this woman go to jail. Yeah? In 2026, elections will be in Uganda. The same thing will happen. If a president messes up with the people, if people don't want you to lead them, then get out. Go home. Your time is up. You've led them enough. Your time is up. You need to go home. You should consider also going home and giving opportunities to other people to lead. In 2027, it will be in Kenya. If the same thing happens, all of the African people should stand up and condemn it. And if there is a need for the president who will be in power and trying to slaughter people like SAMIA, if there will be a need for him to go to ICC, if that document comes out, all of the African people sign it. It is our responsibility to shape Africa. Captain Traore said it. It is our responsibility to shape Africa. If it's not us, nobody else will come and do it. Therefore, we have the power, we have the capability, we have the mandate to make sure that we are the same people who are making Africa a good place again. We can't be living in our homes like slaves. We can't be living in our homes like refugees, that we cannot speak, we can't say anything. That the government should be doing whatever they want to do. If they want to kill people, it is all right. Let them kill, because they're government. Let them kill people. Yeah? If they're mistreating us and violating our rights, we should just be quiet, not say anything, because they are the government. Yeah? Let's just be quiet and not say anything. They're the government. They can do whatever they think they want. What nonsense? That is nonsense. That if the government violates our rights, if we speak, we'll be killed. So let's not speak. That is nonsense. We should stand up and say no to it, because we are the majority. There are a few people in that government, not even a quarter of the number of the whole people. Not even, they're not even close to a quarter. A few people, some 100, 1,000 of people there doing, working in the government, being paid by our own taxes. Even the president that is orchestrating, like the president that is executing this job or ordering policemen to shoot, to kill people, she's being paid by the taxes we are giving out, by our own taxes, by our own money. We should be respected. We are the bosses to the people, to the government. They are servants to us. They're not bossing over us. They should be serving us. We should be bossing over them, because we gave them work. We employed them. So things like this must stop. And Africa is one. Anything that concerns Africa concerns me and you as black people. Wherever you are, it concerns me and you as black people. And everybody who is black has the authority to speak. Speak out and let your voice be heard. Thanks for watching. I am Atamba Heti from the African Streamline, and this is African Streamlines Roundtable. Thanks for coming. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate your presence. Salute you so much wherever you are. Until next episode, peace be with you. Speak out.